The Sandy and Toddcast is a Mind Garden Media podcast in association with
Screw You, Todd
Productions. I guess we're live.
We didn't even make it on the air yet, and you were making fun of me.
How did I make fun of you prior to the thing?
Saying that I talk too much.
Oh my God. Well, come on. I mean, we've had this conversation a million times if we've had it once. We're getting ready to go on. We have literally we had 20 minutes, then it was 15. And before you knew it, then it was down to 5. And I said, we've got 5 minutes. And she said, this story will not take 5 minutes.
And it did.
And it did.
No,
because then I was like, 10 seconds. We're late.
I was talking to Eric. Hi, Zeke. Zeke is on. I love Zeke.
Hi, Zeke.
Zeke, you do look like, what's his name? Zeke posted on his Facebook page, and he was wearing pearls on their Facebook page, and they were wearing pearls. And somebody said that you looked, Zeke, just like, was it Bob Seger? A young Bob Seger. Really? Yes. And I thought they do look like a young Bob Seger. Seriously.
I'll have to take a look at that.
You'll have to check it out.
I'm not sure I know what a young Bob Seger looks like.
Well, you have to look at the picture and you'll know. It's in the comments.
Well, we've got, this is our only live this week, which is kind of sad, but also for me, whoo,
I know.
because I'm doing something that I have not done. I have not had a vacation of more than 2 days since 2015. Mm-hmm. That was the last time. The last time I went on vacation, I went camping.
Yes.
And that's basically what I'm going to do this time around.
And I am so excited for you. I really am so happy for you.
It's silly because we all know what it's like to count down to vacation time. You're excited about it. 5 days left, 4 days left, 3 days left, 2 days left. This is kind of an interesting vacation for me because this happens.
I love what you said.
Yeah, that's funny. And that's fine. When I shoot fire out of my hands and it bites you in the ass, don't come crying to me. So I'm actually, there's also a life change for me because I'm changing some jobs.
Yes.
And so, what I do for a living is I work in radio and all that kind of stuff. And so I literally sit here all day long, doing shows, doing commercials, putting in radio advertising, orders, all sorts of stuff. And I'm not going to be doing all that anymore. So I will have a handful of radio clients that I will hang on to. And then I'm going to work in the corporate world a little bit. From 9 to 5, as they say, with Dolly Parton,
And you used to work in the corporate world.
I did.
Then you kind of didn't for many years. And we've sort of been alluding to this whole change for about a week or so now. And the other day with Zeke, we were talking about manifesting. And that was what we did. And we manifested this. And I have no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I'm sure that it happened this way. And there's some of the puzzle pieces aren't all necessarily together yet. And maybe they won't be until the final day for me. But, you talked a little bit about a weight off your shoulders prior to going on when you were talking with Eric and kind of plain and simple cutting people out of your life because of their energy and of their draining nature and all that kind of stuff. And I feel the same way. I feel like vampires, what would you say? The person they suck on, the victim, right? I feel like I like the victim, not the vampire that comes and bites you, sucks your blood and makes you a vampire. I'm one of those poor sons of bitches who get sucked and they just feed on me, but keep me alive so that I can be fed on. And that's been that way for a while. So for me to move away from that is feeling very good. And this podcast actually has helped me get there because Some of the readings we've had with the folks that we do tarot readings with and card readings with, are all saying basically don't let other people SHIT on you.
Yeah.
And a lot of that rang true. And I needed to hear it even though I knew it was there. So looking forward to it.
I'm incredibly happy for you. I think this is the change that you need. And we've had the discussion as well, too, that, every job is not your forever job. This could be a transition for you, however long it is. It may transition you into something else, or it could be a job that you have for the next 20 years. You just don't know.
I would like to retire as soon as possible.
Wow.
So if I can do that if I can do that in 6 months, I'd love to be retired in 6 months.
Okay, let's manifest that because I'd like that too.
Okay.
So, but I'm just very happy for you because I think this is, I shared something today on social media about let's not glamorize overworking ourselves and killing ourselves every day. And I thought about you when I posted it because, and I thought about me too, because in my previous life a year ago, I was doing that. And you miss out on life when you work as much as you do. And so I really think that this is going to be a change that you need, regardless of how long it happens to be for. This is the change that you need. So I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy.
It's funny too, because, we do get that show prep every day for our radio shows. And this came through today. Because we're being worked so hard. Okay. I think about my parents. My parents worked their tails off. But when Dad came home, unless he was on call, that was it. Yeah. He punched the clock. He was done. My mom did the same thing. And now we're connected. So we've got our smartphones and they can email us and they can message us and they can get this done on the weekend and they can get this done after hours. New study from the World Health Organization says that we are being overworked and 745,000 people per year die from work-related stress.
Yeah.
So to all the owners and business people out there, screw off.
Hi, Joe.
And let us have our lives back.
It's funny because I did that. I did that for a long time. Working in radio is not a 9-to-5 job. As much as we wish it could be a 9-to-5 job. I was working mornings. I was up at 3:30 every morning. And that was rough enough. I did that for about a year and a half. On top of everything else that I did, which we could sit here for an hour and I'd tell you what I did. I was going every single day of the week, whether it was going to charity events or just representing the station and being out in the community, doing all kinds of things. And as much as I was passionate about it, as much as I love radio and I loved being there and seeing everybody and being out in the community and helping and using the tools, the resources I had to help, it was killing me. Yeah. And I didn't realize it until last year when it just stopped. And I hit a wall. And boy, did I realize it. And sometimes your passion moves you forward so much that you don't realize what it's actually taking away from you, too.
No doubt.
So I'm just really happy for you that you are going to be able to take a little bit of a step back and maybe enjoy some of the stuff and the time that you just didn't have before, and less stress and less tension.
Just want to sleep in for a couple of days. That's all I give a shit about.
Tell me about it. I like getting up at 9 now.
Let's get into our Tarot Tuesday.
Yeah,
he was kind enough to be overbooked twice by Sandy, and he didn't complain about it at all because he's such a nice guy.
Wonderful.
Eric Ferdinand Baclit. Let's bring him on right now.
Yay!
Hey, Eric.
Hi. There he is.
Happy to be back.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you for coming back. It's all my fault, apparently.
I don't think you were on, Sandy, when he was showing you his big microphone, because he showed us what the microphone looked like.
Eric, you showed Todd your big microphone and I didn't get to see it?
That's correct.
Oh, come on.
Why am I on the spot again? What's up with it?
That's what happens when you come on the show. You should know.
Happening again. Oh my God.
We just decided to go into it really much quicker this week. Much quicker.
Yeah, we didn't
Usually
ease into our teasing.
Usually we wait till the end.
Oh God. Yeah, it's too early for this, folks.
How you been?
First of all, congratulations, Todd. Welcome back to the corporate world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sharing your enthusiasm. I know how it feels. I'm stuck in corporate too. So, yep, I totally get you.
Well, and there's a part of me, there's a part of me that really likes the corporate world because things are very structured. And for the most part, you know, how certain people are treated is pretty much the same across the board, kind of. I like that structure. And so I'm a little excited about that. You know, like I said, I could retire next week and I would be really happy in life, but I don't think that'll ever happen for me. So
You never know.
never know. Manifest.
Yes.
Where's my wand? I'll do some
There you
little
go. There you
doohickeys in the air. So what's new with you?
If I make that wish and it comes true in your life, then you better be prepared for it. Be careful for what you wish for, Todd. Remember?
Yeah, but I don't want to like become maimed or something, and I can't.
No,
I lose part of my face, and I can't do any work. You know, so don't maim me just so I get time off.
I mean, you might win the lottery or something, or right?
Listen, if that happened, you would get so much of that money. I'd take care of everybody in my life. Sandy would get a little bit for her dog.
A little bit.
I'd be totally gone so fast you'd never see me again.
Listen, I'm just excited he's going to go to the Fonzie statue with me in Milwaukee. I was surprised he agreed to that.
Can always change, girl. Can always change. What's new with you, Eric?
So far, well, you and I talked about a little bit of what's happening in my work life. I need your prayers, everyone. Who knows, I might get bumped 2 levels higher. That's a possibility. Let's see.
Wow.
I'm still in the interview process. If things go well, yay me. So let's see. Other pieces would mean I was very interested in what you said, Todd, earlier about being overworked, and it's the things that actually statistically kill people would be stress related or stress induced work. I mean, well, work that's induced by stress that's induced by work. Wow, I'm getting dyslexic. So
okay.
Wow, so that's a thing. So stress is a number one enemy. But the thing is, let's bear in mind that stress is triggered when we allow it to trigger us. So again, the first time that you guys invited me here is when I said your attitude determines your altitude. So it depends. Set the tone, start the day right, end it right. I mean, honest to goodness, I'm confessing to the world that I have a super micromanaging boss. She is going to literally watch your every move and watch every single email that you send out to make sure that it's her way and else it's the highway. That's my life at work. That's like super duper corporate level type of thing. But I don't let that affect me. So it kind of leads to the point wherein I have 2 things that I'd like to share with everyone. Are you always looking after your mental health? Are you always looking after your emotional health? And the second piece to that is, since this is Tarot Tuesday, how do you choose the right tarot reader for you? What kind of tarot reader would really fit your dynamic? So before we proceed with that, I mean, do you guys have any ideas on your side? Do you feel that, I mean, you mentioned something about stress, Todd, and you want to retire super early. And Sandy, you had prior to this live, we discussed a little bit about your dreams, and I kind of speculated it might have been anxiety related, people that's within your waking world. So what are your thoughts so far on these 2 pieces before we proceed?
The 2 pieces I want to mention first off is I kind of know your work situation, and I wish I was as strong as you to go into each day feeling this, and then coming out of the day feeling like this, because most days I go into the world feeling like this, which is shooting fire from my hands, and I usually end the day shooting fire from my hands and other orifices. So I mean, I wish I could do that, and I do try to meditate, and I try to stay as positive as possible. It's been hard, but I just saying, hats off to you, because you do. And I know you've got a lot going on, and yet you always reach out and say good morning and how you doing and how's, your job going and all that kind of stuff. For me, when it comes to readers, it changes, because sometimes like when I work with you, I need that healing. I need that understanding. I need somebody to listen and give me feedback in that way, and in a calming presence. And sometimes, sometimes I may need something else. But for me, typically when I'm looking for a reading, I'm really looking for some guidance and some understanding from where I'm coming from. So that's my part of it.
Yeah, Todd, I'm sort of like you. As I was saying before we went live tonight, this whole past year for me has been really, and I truly believe that there are no chances in life. I believe that we're given options and we take our path that we're meant to take.
Mm-hmm.
And I just found out that I was an empath about maybe 2.5 years ago. I realized that I was, and didn't really know what it was. And I started my journey to maybe understand myself more. But in this past year is when I really started to go through a transition. So I started to learn more about myself, because what do you do when you're so isolated? You reflect and you learn about yourself more. And so I've been in this real transition period for the last year of taking my gifts and taking my abilities and taking my life in general and making sense of everything or trying to make sense of everything that's been put before me. And how do I work it into my life? And how do I manage it? And how do I make it work for me to come out on the other side in a good place? And so I've become much more spiritual. I've learned more. I owe a lot to Todd, but I owe a lot to all of you guys.
No, mostly to me. Because I'm the one that's got to deal with that crazy right there.
Oh, like I don't have to deal with that crazy. Whoop, that crazy over there. Over here. I can't do it. So, but we deal with each other's crazy. But I do owe some of it to him. And I owe a lot of it to this podcast, because without meeting all of you, I wouldn't have been able to get as far as I have and learn as much as I have. So with that being said, as I was saying to you, Eric, I'm sort of in a very anxiety-ridden time now, because we're starting to come out of the pandemic. Things are starting to lift. Restrictions are lifting. And now I'm realizing that my old life is not necessarily the same life that I want to live anymore. And it's not that I want to necessarily cut everybody out of my life, but the way I lived it before is not something that is that interesting to me anymore. I've sort of become a different person. And so for me, a reader, I really, like Todd, I really would look for somebody who really can give me guidance and can understand that transition that I'm going through, because I don't understand what I'm going through sometimes. So for me to have somebody who can help guide me and help me to understand where I am and what choices I might need to make and understand that would be amazing to me.
Totally understand.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of tarot readers out there. There are a lot of psychics, self-declared psychics too. There's like, we were talking about the ratios, 80-20. I was thinking that 20% might even be split to 50-50. So that's 10% of 10% of, say 10% of the more intuitive ones, 10% of the more psychic ones. There are authentic psychics there. That'll baffle you. You go, oh my God, I just met you today. As in literally, they will tell you from head to toe what you're all about. Right. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're the type of people who would help you with your mental and emotional health. They'll just tell you, oh, this is just about to happen. You know, you're going to get a car crash next month. When? Oh, exactly on the 15th. Then you go, what? That's it. They'll just tell you, then pay up.
Right.
That's it. There are ones that are very scientific. There are tarot police out there saying, oh, that's not what that card means. You're wrong. And those are honestly one of the worst kinds. Seriously, they just tell you, this is what the Golden Dawn meant, and this is what Rider-Waite-Smith is. What you're saying is wrong. You are a fake. There are tarot readers like that out there. So negative, right?
Right.
The biggest chunk that I can give you that you will encounter out there are a lot of passive-aggressive tarot readers. What are they? The ones I would say, love and light, but deep down inside them, they go, please go away because I want to spend time on my own. And, you know, you're wasting my energy and stuff unless you pay me. So there are tarot readers like that out there, unfortunately. Right. So the ones that would fit people generally, based on my experience, are the ones that have very good balance between the real world and the spiritual world. the ones that consider your emotional health, your mental health. They're willing to listen. They would start by listening. Some clients that I have just literally just talk the whole session, and they just need someone to listen to them. And it's very healthy for them. It really uplifts them. And I highlight the good things about people and tell them that, you know what? It's not as bad as it looks. You are the one that's emphasizing the negative things that are happening in your life. Like Einstein said, in every difficulty lies opportunity.
Don't look at me when you say that.
So, well, and it's interesting considering Einstein is a scientist, and I sense his spirit being very spiritual and very in touch with, the personal aspect of a human being. He's very human. Well, he's no longer here. He's in the spiritual realm. But another saying that he has is, life is only worth living if you're living it for someone else. So I couldn't believe it was Einstein. Those were Einstein's words. So the whole point of what I'm saying here is, and the reason why I'm asking you guys those two pieces is, I honestly want to address to the world that choose the right tarot reader for you, not the ones that ride that seem very believable because they use your own questions and your own statements. They harness those information and they make you believe that it's their own, that it's coming from them. It's a trick, unfortunately. There are a lot of con artists out there. How do you know who are the real ones? Listen to your heart, listen to your intuition. You can immediately sense a person if he or she is fake. Trust me. As a normal human being, you go, I think this guy's like making fun of me or just trying to dazzle me. Seriously, they would just end up selling you candles that would make you feel better and say, hey, you know what? You need to buy this for $500. By tomorrow, you'd be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's, again, focus on the tarot readers that are willing to listen to you, would give you recommendations, like what you said, Sandy, where am I going? That is willing to give you a roadmap and next steps as to how to improve your life. Tarot readers can be very good counselors, but a lot of tarot readers can definitely lead you astray and make you feel unstable. It's the honest to goodness truth.
That's a great word that you used, Eric, counselors, because I think people have an innate want or need to talk to someone about their life or their situation. Believe me, as empaths, we all know that. And so as a reader, I guess you do really take on, and I'll be the first to admit, when I have a reader and when I go to a reader, I want to have a real conversation because I think that that's how you really learn about yourself, about the path that you're on, what direction you might want to go in, is having that genuine back and forth. I don't want to go to a tarot reader who sits there and goes, boom, 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 boom. Okay, thanks for coming. I'll take X amount of money from you. I want somebody who is there and genuine, who I can talk to.
Precisely.
But you also consider yourself more of a healer than a tarot reader. Like the tarot is there, but it's also almost secondary to the healing and the counseling and the listening and all that stuff.
It's a tool. Yeah.
Tarot, again, I would emphasize tarot is not evil. It is a tool. The user may be evil. I'm not denying the fact, again, going back to the first time that I've been a guest, there are tarot readers that use tarot to literally curse people. Seriously. There are dark cards in tarot because in life there's light and dark. But the whole thing is tarot. I use tarot as my icebreaker, to be honest with everyone. I started off, and whatever I see, I'll share it with you. And if I end up seeing an aspect of the future and I go, wow, this stands out, get ready, I'll tell you honestly. But a lot of other readers would go, this is what this card, I'm impressed by the other readers that would say, this is what this card literally means and educates you what the spread is all about and tells you what he or she would foresee for you. Those are the very impressive ones and very genuine ones because they know, they start with the fundamentals. They use their own life experience. I mean, I'm in my 40s and I use my own life experience to, explain to other people whatever you guys are going through. I'd be more than happy to listen and tell you, okay, I had a similar experience in the past and this is how I dealt with it. instead of other tarot readers, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. No, that's not the thing. I will tell you, this is what I did in the past and it worked for me. What do you think? I want to hear your thoughts. It's always a two-way street. It's a two-way relationship. That's how I build tarot readers and querents type of relationships. It's you're right, Sandy. There are readers out there that like, boom, you know what? This is all I have to say. No questions, by give me $500. I keep saying $500 because I want $500.
Who's
Let's
getting
manifest
$500?
$500.
Listen, I can read cards for that. Let's go.
Out of nowhere, right?
Todd's doing cards next Tarot Tuesday.
That's right. And everybody's going to pay me too out of this free stuff.
No, Eric, is there anything, if somebody really wants to have a reading done? Now, I personally would recommend our readers because I think you guys are amazing. But if somebody wants to go have their cards read and maybe they've never done it before, is there something specific that they should look for in a reader when they're really starting cold and they really don't know what they should look for? Or
I guess it's about, for me, it's social media's everywhere. And the funny thing there is not every tarot reader would go out and do a live broadcast. No, not every. I mean, I personally was hesitating before I go. Maybe should I not do it? But I don't regret doing it because I kind of got discovered by a lot of people, and I made a lot of friends. I made friends. You guys are amazing, both of you.
Love you.
So I would say follow your gut feel when it's like having friends. You can't just choose everybody and like they'd be your friends for life. No, that's not it. Try to perceive, your perception towards a person or a tarot reader plays a major role. The first impression would go, okay, is this tarot reader calming me? Or is this tarot reader scaring the crap out of me?
Right.
Or is this tarot reader stressing me out? Of course you won't choose the one that's stressing you out. I would say that if you are going to choose a tarot reader, choose the ones that make you feel better, the words that they say, and it's still a balance. I would like to focus on the word balance here because some of them are overly pleasant that it's unrealistic.
Right.
It's very, very unrealistic, unfortunately. I love the positivity, but then if they tell you, you know what, everything's going to be okay, but the thing is, it's not okay.
Right.
Choose the ones that would tell you the truth. Like if you go random reading and you know what, your boyfriend or girlfriend is never coming back. It's never easy to deliver that. You choose the ones that you feel that are very, very honest and true. And it's not easy to detect that.
No. And it's funny you say that because I agree. I don't want somebody who's going to be all love and light all the time because that's not what I'm there for. I'm there to I want the truth. I don't want just, love and light, everything's going to be rosy, because to me, that's not helping me. What I need is the truth. So
where do you find your solace? So when you go into a day and you go to micromanager of the year and you work with that person all day, and then you come home and you've got, the Todd Michaels of the world going, woe is me. Oh, my life is so sucky. Where does Eric go to rejuvenate and get some guidance for him?
My faith is very strong. I am always going to be Catholic. I know that there are a lot of people with different religions and highly respect that. I always have this comfort at the end of the day that God has my back and he's never failed me once. I've experienced so many things in this life to reach this point that I'm able to help other people. So what do? Yeah, I unwind and I play a lot of video games. I will tell you guys that I confess I play a lot of Splatoon 2. If you guys are playing Nintendo Switch, you know what? Hit me up, definitely. I'm not just a tarot reader. I play a lot of video games. I still do my some yoga, a lot of I still do my physical activities, and I would say it's just that if you're going to ask me my suggestion is you must have your person that you can speak with at any time. Like they would drop everything just for you, just to talk to you in 5 minutes.
Yep.
And honestly, I pride myself of being that person. And I think Todd, you can attest to that. Whenever you reach out to me, give me 2 minutes. I respond to your messages.
Right. And then usually it's, hey, bug off, you jerk. No, I mean, honestly, there's been times when I'm kind of going through something and he actually reaches out to me. Zeke actually has a question.
Nowhere.
Yeah. Zeke actually has a question. He says he always feels awkward telling a client when something bad pops up in the cards. Can you give him advice on how to deliver that the easiest way?
First, that's a great question.
Tell the truth. This is what these cards mean. But what's important is this is what's your impression. It's an art to deliver bad news in a graceful way. And I'd be more than happy to, get in touch with you. I'll share my best practices with you. But the biggest thing that I can tell everyone is if it's a face-to-face, you know what? It's okay to be transparent. But if it's scary to the point wherein you think that you're going to make your querent uncomfortable, you have to introduce the fact that, oh, this is what I say. You pulled up the worst cards ever, like the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, then death. Then how are you supposed to explain that? I go, okay. I will tell them this.
It's been nice knowing you.
Can
you pay up front?
Pay up front.
And it also depends on the question, actually. Hopefully it's not a health question.
Right.
So say, okay, what about my relationship? Then I go 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, death card. I will explain to that person or my client and say, I'll be very blunt with you. These are dark cards. These are very dark cards. And this is what you're experiencing. The swords represents the mind. And you've been thinking about so many things and it's affecting your health. Your anxiety is shooting up. Apparently the 9 of Swords is showing that. The death card, however, I can tell you is good news. Even if it's a dark card, it may be the end of your anxiety. It may be the end of bad things. It may be the end of your relationship. But the whole point is you have the opportunity to rebuild, to start anew. You know what? You see the sun. You see the sun in this illustration. And, do you focus on the darkness versus the light? Do you focus on endings versus beginnings? When you fall, do you just stay on the ground or do you decide to stand up? It's all your decision. It's all about you. You have the capacity and energy to survive this long. You even met me today, that you have so much energy that you decided to reach out to me and you're fighting back. So these cards represent your new beginning. So in other words, that delivery, I actually kind of delivered a reading right now. Whoever you are out there, that's what I'm feeling. Those are the cards that I
oh my God.
It's me. No, I'm just kidding.
It's all about the new beginning. That's what you need to do.
So let me ask you this. So you get those cards. And let's say you're doing a reading for me and you get the swords and the death.
Mm-hmm. The swords and the death.
Was it a 10 and 9 and death,
10,
right?
9 and
Just
death,
funny. Yeah.
I got to break it down simple terms for people like me because I don't think that way. So do I have the ability to change that outcome if I change the way I present myself, change the situation I'm in with little things, blah, blah, blah. Like, can I change that? That's not set in stone all the time, right?
No. One thing I can tell you is that's a very strong and interesting question. For every tarot reading that you will have, it revolves around your present situation. That's one thing I can be absolutely certain. It revolves around your present situation. The question is, what are you willing to do to change your present situation to build a better future? That's the whole deal. So there are inevitable elements within that reading, and a very good tarot reader will tell you this is going to happen, and you need to address these pieces right now, and this is your recommended roadmap to your personal success. So you want to change the outcome of that negative thing that's about to happen? Okay, listen to that tarot reader saying, okay, this is what you need to do. Sleep better, eat better, try to make peace with other people, stop overthinking things, stop smoking, stop eating too much pork. Isn't all of this? Then you go, wait a minute, I could have just done that on my own, but did you do it? Why did it have to have a tarot reader tell you? Why did we have to find out for you intuitively?
Todd, stop eating pork.
Well,
I don't really go down that route. Yeah.
No, me either.
But I am sitting there, going, as he's going, stop doing this, stop doing that. I'm going, like,
It's unfortunate, but true.
But you know what? That's what I love about tarot is it is fluid. It's very fluid. You actually asked a question I was going to ask a little differently, but kind of the same idea.
Probably better. Yeah.
If I were to go to you next week, if I go to you tomorrow, Eric, and then I go to you next week, my reading might be completely different based on the choices that I make.
Your actions.
In that time.
Absolutely.
Right. Very cool.
What I usually tell my clients is tarot readings are divine intel. So yes, you get that advanced information, but what are you going to do with that information? Ignore it? Sure, that's yours. But I would suggest that you take it with a grain of salt all the time. You go, what if? And it's in the back of your mind. You go, this is what Eric said, that, something's about to end. Good things are coming. Would you like to invite the good things and do something about it to make it faster, to expedite it? It's up to you. It's all up to you. I say, oh, there's money coming. Then you go, oh, because it's payday. But the thing is, what if you get a bonus because you worked harder than before? If you're in the sales, you're on the sales side, you started selling more, you've done more in the real estate. It's all on you. Our role is to guide you. Again, I keep saying roadmap. It's us providing you the process. Would stay as we would explain the divine intel and give you at least a good level of direction for you to think about. We would never tell you what to do, but I'll tell you what I see, and I'll tell you what I saw that looks like this is about to happen. Then it's up to you. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
We're going to invite you at right now. In fact, if you'd like to have a quick card reading with Eric, please let us know in the comments right now. We'll let a couple of those build up and we'll get to it. Have you ever done group healing sessions?
I've done like for 2 people, but not really a huge group. No.
Okay.
Not as a huge group. And your question that resonated in my head is, how do you keep that energy, Eric? It takes a lot of practice. So people absorb so much energy from me. Even now, I'm sure I am sharing my energy with both of you, because I think after our offline discussion, there's some small level of clarity that you guys receive from me. I'm sure that I planted those seeds in your brain. So you go, okay.
Yeah, because if I had to deal with people like you deal with people, I'd be out back digging graves for all the bodies that I needed to get rid of. I'm not lying. I mean, I'm just being honest about who I am.
But I will say this. Every time that we spend together, Eric, and I mean this truly, is this calming energy comes over me. I always feel this calming energy, and you're right. There is.
I'll tell you what. You want a good time? Get a healing session with him. It will be the most relaxing thing you've ever gone through.
I may have to. I may.
Oh, we're turning British now, aren't we?
Absolutely. Yes.
And a little Jimmy Stewart thrown in there, too.
Jimmy Stewart talks like this. I need to get healed here by Eric. If he's going to play that little bowl thing and it's going to ring.
I still have it.
Do you have it tonight? Because I could listen to that son of a bitch. A couple of ways to get in touch with Eric. There's all of his social media: Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. His website is also, there it is, positivetarotwisdom.com. You can book a session with him if you want to reach out. You can find him on Facebook or whatever, and just send him a message and talk with him and set up a session and do tarot, do a healing. I'll say the healing was amazing. It came through at just the right time for me. Vicky says, I'll take a card, please, for Eric Ferdinand Baclit.
Bella Hackworth, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. So it's very random. You know what? Why don't you guys choose the numbers for our customers?
Oh, fun.
How many numbers do we need? Just one? Okay. Let's go with number 8. Or August. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You mentioned August. Something significant might happen to Bella August. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. So this is all about collaboration, recognition, perhaps to a certain level. Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. You might be dealing with an earth sign Or I would say that this card is a reminder that, you might be isolating yourself too much. Reach out to other people. Your talents need to be recognized. Those are the traditional meanings for this. But what I'm sensing is, as you, Bella, I would say that you need some time to reach out to the right people, because right now you seem to be separating yourself from something similar to what's happening to Sandy. She's separating herself from the people that are not necessarily helping her grow in your life, in her life. So in your case, you might have been doing the same thing, but there are three things that I sense here: relationship, work, or career and finances. So should you decide to pursue, say, new additional education, if you want to learn new languages, now is a very good time. Well, if you're working from home, well and good. But right now, what I'm sensing from the Three of Pentacles is you might end up dealing with an earth sign, a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus very soon. And I agree with Todd. He mentioned August. It's the number 8. That's the number that he chose. Sometime August, which is very, very near, it's going to be rather eventful for you. Busy, good. Don't worry. I'm not scaring you. It's going to be busy, good for you, but it requires a lot of collaboration with your friends. Choose your friends wisely. Okay, Bella, that's what I can tell you right now. Choose your friends wisely. Get rid of those energy vampires. I agree with Sandy. Get rid of the people that don't help you grow. It's time for you to progress. Okay?
Very good.
Very good.
No, it has to be British. Very good. Very good.
Very good. Very good.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Tally-ho.
Tally-ho.
Great English accent, Eric. Tally-ho.
Not really. It's my second language, so nope. Oh my God, she is cutting people out of her life. Please don't cut everybody out, though. Please.
Keep us.
Okay.
Karen's up.
Karen Sorrell. So, Sandy, you want to give her a number?
Oh, sure I do. How about 4?
4. The half of 8. The number of stability. The number of the Emperor, Todd.
Interesting. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Okay, number 4. The Wheel of Fortune, people.
Ooh.
Fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Wow, an exciting time is about to happen for you. So 10, the number 10, Wheel of Fortune. I would say, okay, I don't want to preempt it. Maybe you should try the lottery. You just might win something very good in a scratch off. I mean, tarot is not 100%, but every time this shows up for me or a querent, yeah, money does come in. A lot of good stuff happens. So if you have that little wish, do it tonight. Pray for it. It's going to manifest. The moment you say no to this, it's not going to happen. That's the secret to the things that I've been doing. It's, I just want to share with everyone that my tarot style is very different. I've offered manifestation readings, and some people would honestly say, I want this, I want that. And I read whatever shows up in the card, and they go, it's too good to be true. Don't ever say that. Whatever's too good to be true will happen, but you need to be ready for it. So right now, the Wheel of Fortune is literally telling you, if you have a wish, Karen, you have to manifest it, accept it, acknowledge it. This is about to happen. So if you want to have a new boyfriend, if you want to have a new business, if you want to have a bonus, it is going to happen. But the moment you say no, that's it. It cancels out. Okay? Buying scratch off, didn't win yet. I'll keep trying. Okay, go. Keep trying. A lot of people have been trying, but now is a very special moment for you. Give it a shot.
So funny story about that is that just this past week, someone that we both know, her boyfriend just won $14 million on a scratch off.
Oh my God.
Or not a scratch off. Actually, I think it was the regular lottery, but just won $14
Well, how do you get us involved in that? You've got connections. Where's the damn money?
So we were just saying the other night when we went out, enter Todd making fun of me again. When we went out, we were saying we have to start playing the lottery. So who knows, Karen, now you really have to play the lottery.
I
The Wheel of Fortune.
highly suggest that. And
Yes.
the Wheel of Fortune also represents change. Again, for me, it's a two-way street. There's something that you need to change in your life for all of that positivity to come in, because there's a cycle that's happening in your life that's preventing you from receiving all of the good stuff. There's certain habits that you are stuck with right now that you're unable to let go. And we are creatures of habits. It's normal. We have routines, but the thing is, there's a certain routine in your life that's preventing you to become more successful in all of your other ventures. That's what I'm sensing. So just consider what I said. Okay. I think I'm seeing Michelle Jenkins saying that she's not pregnant.
No, you gave her a reading and told her to take a pregnancy test once.
Oh, good.
So she's just filling us all.
I'm glad she's pregnant. But if you wanted to be pregnant, then congratulations. If you're not,
congratulations if you didn't want to be pregnant.
I guess either way, you weren't. I wasn't sure what you wanted if you wanted to be pregnant, but. Okay, let's see. What do we have? You're welcome, Karen. So good luck, and change is good. If you guys want to listen to Sia's Courage to Change, listen to it, because do you have the courage to change? That's what she always asks. Todd, any numbers for Michelle, our not so pregnant woman?
Let me turn my mic on.
Yeah,
I always go for. You're gonna go away so fast. I'm going to say number. No, I'm 48. Let's go with 48. I think that's a great sign.
Okay,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Listen, it could have been a miracle, Michelle. It could have been a miracle. It's happened before. There's miracles. Little babies come into the world. We don't know how.
I think there was a 65-year-old woman in India who had a baby once.
Remember that woman? She had like 19 kids or something like that just recently.
19?
She was like, pop, wah, pop, wah, pop, wah.
Is that a factory?
Pretty much.
I think it is.
Like clockwork.
Okay, Michelle, number 48. So the Four of Cups, you will be presented with, say, a few choices. But at the same time, what I'm sensing is you're, my baby's 17. I don't know if you're complacent or you're just, it can be borderline boredom, I guess, or you just want a huge change in your life. So it's funny that the Wheel of Fortune from the previous reading is saying that there's something that needs to be changed, so positive things would come in. But in this case, you seem to feel like you're in status quo. And the reason why you're even attending this live is you're hoping to receive answers that you're not with. Actually, there are questions in your mind right now that you're not willing to ask. And you're just asking for, you're kind of grasping at straws right now and hoping that things would get better. But I don't think you're in a bad place. You seem to be more of contemplating, undecided. And it's not about the pregnancy part that we're hoping, okay, so would you like to be pregnant or not? No, but it's about choices. So I think this is a continuation to the reading that I had with you. You are presented with choices. You need to be creative enough to choose the right path specifically for you. And as Cups, this involves a lot of emotions. Looks like it's an emotional time for you right now. And I'm not surprised enough to think that you're kind of feeling stuck. But again, it's by choice. I would say that you get in touch with your friends and ask yourself, what are the next steps that you're willing to do? And it's just that this is very short. It's a very short period. It's just that right now, what I'm sensing from you is a lot of stagnation. Okay. Something to consider. All right. That's it. I know I sound kind of cryptic because it's like a to be continued thing. I would suggest you book a reading with me.
Last time on the Golden Girls, and then, new episode. I just want to put a throw out there to manifesting, because whether you use prayer or you use some other form of creating things or asking for things, I think it's very, very important to do that. Mm-hmm. I've known for a long time that I'm actually a really good manifester, but you get to the point in life where maybe something you manifested didn't happen or didn't turn out the way you thought it was going to or whatever. Mm-hmm. You just slide back. You slide back a little bit. You're not as involved in it as you should be. And then when you get back involved, all of a sudden these great things are happening. It's kind of like religion. People who go to church and who pray a lot and are connected with with their religion, and then they kind of fall back a little bit and then rediscover it. So again, whether it's prayer, whether it's manifestation, whatever you call it, whatever it is to you, I think it's so important in life. You can use that time to meditate, to think about where you are, the decisions you need to make. It's just a very important part of life, I think.
I agree. I mean, especially for Michelle's situation, it's borderline boredom. She needs that change to happen in her life. But the thing is, you need to be that catalyst. You can't let other people change you just for the sake of making a change in your life. And you go, I'm not happy with this change. You didn't choose it. You have to do it yourself. Stand up and stop staring at those cups. Move it. Do it. That's the one thing I can tell you. Okay. I saw another one that needed a reading. Is it Betsy or something?
Yes.
Oh,
Betsy.
okay. It's your turn to choose a card for her. What's the
All
number,
right.
Candy?
Well, I don't know that I'm going to 48 this time. How about 17?
17. I am 16.
Carry on, 17. Sorry.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Kind of wish I had Todd's voice. It's more manly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's something, all right.
Betsy, this is what I drew for you. It's actually the Strength card. So, a major arcana. Weird. Like a lot of 8s are coming out right now in this session. Todd chose the number 8, August. Now this is the number 8, major arcana. So Betsy, looks like something's about to happen in August as well. Are you struggling right now? That's what I'm sensing. You, fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, especially Leo. If you've been dealing with a lot of difficult people lately, you still have that strength to overcome it. Just be very diplomatic. You'd be very successful. But I'm sensing a lot of anxiety and worry from you. You need not feel that way. You can handle it. But the thing is, don't let it control you. I mean, I sense you from afar, Betsy, and it's an uncomfortable feeling. I get you. But you need to let go. Whatever it is, you need to let go. You can handle it. You're stronger than that. This is what this card is telling me to tell you. You need to let go of whatever it is that's hindering you emotionally and mentally, because you're just tired. I get it. You're tired. This is what I got for you. So Betsy, if I would look forward to August. Endure. Please endure these coming months. It's July. It's a whole month of maybe some level of Mercury retrograde happening, I guess. But hold on. You don't give up. That's what I can tell you, Betsy. Wow, that's heavy stuff. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. There's light at the end of the tunnel, though. There can
absolutely.
be.
Yeah,
there
absolutely. So sorry, Michelle. So there. Okay. All right.
I think we've got one more.
Let's see.
My goodness. You are a tarot reader, Zeke. I know you're a bearer of light too. But honestly, I think you're a male witch.
He's a witch.
I can sense it. Huh. Curious. You want to take a card? Thank you. It will be my honor to give you a message.
That's pretty amazing.
That he knows he's a witch?
Yep.
There's a circle that I'm sensing, a protection. I can't break it, but I don't have to. I will if I have to.
Break it.
It's just that I'm feeling. You're welcome, Betsy. But I'm feeling that there's something sealing Zeke, actually. There's a seal stuck with him. It's just that I have no permission to go there. And it's a painful one, too. I can sense it. Whatever it is. You don't have to share it with everyone because I know. Okay, creepy mode. Whatever.
Creepy mode.
Turning creepy. Yeah.
There we go.
That's what I was waiting for all night. Yeah. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings, is what happens.
There you go.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for.
I always say it wouldn't be creepy. It wouldn't be the Sandy and Toddcast if it wasn't creepy.
Okay. 2, 3. Todd, do the honors for Zeke.
Oh, shoot. 21.
Okay. Forever 21.
Hmm.
I like some of their clothing.
Oh, God. Here we go.
19, 20, 21. Okay, seek.
Michael Kors.
The need, angels, temperance. You just mentioned angels. It showed up. How interesting. How interesting. 14. Temperance requires, I knew it. There's an imbalance in your life, and it's a very emotional one. You seem to have lost your direction. I understand you, but take it with stride. I would say that you balance out all of the elements in your life. You are a strong person, and I've identified you as a witch. You can deny it or not. It's up to you. But I think the angelic message here by Temperance for fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, you might even deal with a person like that, or a person with that rising. It's a strong reminder that you can be more successful than what you are doing right now. You're limiting yourself, but I would suggest that you push forward, but with the right amount of balance, with the right amount of temperance. Be patient. A lot of good things are coming your way, but there are moments where you're just shutting out the world and saying, you know what, just stay away from me. And there are moments when you're really unhappy. You have to give other people a chance in your life. You have to let them in. That's what I'm sensing from you, Zeke. You're a strong and unique individual, but then you've built that barrier limiting other people from entering your life. And there's a reason behind that. I get you. There's a seal. You've set that seal to protect yourself. It's still an emotional time, but it'll get better. And Todd chose that number, and I wouldn't be surprised if he might end up helping you in the near future. That's what I'm sensing. Temperance. So
how interesting.
How curious.
How very interesting.
Curiouser and curiouser.
I wonder, is Zeke... So am I right? Zeke is a witch?
Yes.
Oh.
They are.
They are. Yep. And we've been working with them to create a podcast so that they can teach others to do that too. So
yeah.
It's about time.
Right?
You need to reveal
That's what
that
I
to the
said.
world. Yeah.
That's what I said.
They're going to be amazing. Amazing. That is
I
one
wouldn't be
podcast
surprised.
I'll be listening to all the time.
I'd have called Zeke up and go, listen, you need to do a podcast on this so you can teach the world.
Yeah.
Of course, I won't make any damn money off of it, but it's okay. It's not about the money.
We're doing it out of the love we have for them, but you know.
We didn't know. We wouldn't know.
We've got one more. It's somebody that keeps coming up as Facebook user, and I want to get her on. Her name is Brittany. I don't think it's any relationship to.
It's Brianna.
No, it's Brittany.
Oh, she said. Oh, okay.
Facebook.
Brittany.
Hi,
yeah,
Todd.
that's Brianna.
Hi, Todd. Hi, Brittany. So you're Brittany now, Sandy?
I'm Brittany on the radio.
Oh.
So she knows me. She listens to me on the radio. So she always calls me Brittany on the radio.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, but do you think that's Bree? Is that who you think it is?
That one was Bree. I'm not sure who this one is.
Okay.
I think
I'm
there's
not sure
two
either.
Facebook users.
I have no idea. Unfortunately, when people are using the weirdos, our stay weirdos thing, sometimes their user information doesn't come through unless they approve that. So
it's a privacy thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zeke, of course I'm going to help you. Yeah, me. I am the god of help. Now, don't upset me because you'll end up in the graveyard behind my house. But
worm food. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, let's stop this. Who's going to be producing it for him?
Not you.
I'll
get somebody else
for them. Nope.
I'm still the boss. I'm still the boss.
Since when?
I don't know, but we'll get this last reading in so Eric can go off and have a decent night.
What's your number for this Mr. or Miss Facebook user?
Let's go with number 11. That's been on my mind.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's Kyle. That's the name.
Hi, Kyle?
The Knight of Pentacles. So, message here is you seem to be taking things way too fast. It can be a relationship. I have a feeling it's a relationship. That's why you have a lot of privacy in your profile. You might have like certain relationship. Oh, that person might have relationship boundaries and you might be rushing it. So this card is literally telling you to slow down a bit because it will manifest, but you have to slow down. And Kyle, if it's anything for you're kind of rushing things. It can't just be a relationship. It could also be about your career or even on the financial side. That's what I'm sensing, because this is a Pentacles card. It's all about it. You can call it the coins card or the discs card, but this person wants to take it slow. It may not be a relationship level. It might even be on the friendship and professional level, but you need to take it down a notch. This is what this card is telling you right now. Earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. I'm an earth sign and I like to take things slow. I have a method to my madness. I like everything in so many ways. As much as I hate to admit it, the reason why my micromanaging boss is a micromanaging boss is she's female Capricorn. I get her. I want everything in control. But the thing is, now that I'm in my 40s, there's just so many things that I cannot control. Accept that fact that there are so many factors in your life that you cannot control at this moment. Be scientific every once in a while. Because right now, Kyle, what's prevailing is you're seriously trying to make things work out based on your way. You have to make it two ways. You have to make that type of relationship, or even like a friendship or type of partnership with anyone, even with your work, to become more effective and more comfortable. Allow them to speak. Allow them to follow a slower pace. You need to follow that slower pace. Okay? And if it's about money, well, it is coming your way, but it's pretty slow, as the Knight of Pentacles said. Okay? That's all I can give you for now, Kyle. But if you want a full reading, just go to positivetarotwisdom.com and book a reading.
Highly recommend, Eric. Yeah, no, that's great.
So once again, if you're watching on our Stay Weirdos group site, make sure and go ahead and let people know what do you have to do. You have to grant permission to StreamYard to see your name. Got to go to StreamYard.com/FAC, or maybe Facebook, I guess is what it is. And just grant permission. And then we can see all your information.
They don't take all of your information or anything like that. No. You're just giving them permission to use put your name up here. Just makes it easier.
And your face. So we can see your beautiful face, you know.
Yeah.
Always need to slow down. This is trend in my life. See, I told you.
See?
Take it down a notch. I mean, you're going to miss out. Haste makes waste. Okay? And if you have a lot of stuff in your Amazon cart, forget it.
It was in a Chinese fortune cookie.
I said, did you get that off a t-shirt someplace? Haste makes waste.
Oh my God.
He was having beef with broccoli the other night, and that's where it came from.
Oh, I need that.
Me too. It's my favorite.
I need that right now. Right now, please.
Yes, please. Order up.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being on again.
Thank you, Eric. It's always, always, always so enlightening and so much fun to have you with us. So thank you.
And if you need to duck out on the next one because she overbooked you, we completely understand. I will get her to show us her special skills, whatever that might be.
I have no special skills.
I know. It'll be a very interesting night.
I have a deck. That's about it.
No tarot from you. I want something else. I want dancing. I want singing. I want cooking.
I can't do any of that. Cooking. I do send him all of my pictures when I make stuff, so.
Welcome, guys. Thank you for asking for reading from me. Thank you.
We love you.
All right. Have a good weekend or good week or whatever the hell's coming up. I will stay backstage for a little bit so we can thank you in person, okay?
Yeah.
Eric Ferdinand Baclit. We love him very much. There he goes. Bye. Doing his little, what are those called?
He was doing the Watusi.
Oh, is that what it is? I'm not sure Eric knows what the Watusi is.
No, probably not. He knew haste makes waste, though.
Good night tonight again.
Oh, what a great night. Great energy. The room was full of wonderful energy tonight.
You know, and something I was going to mention off the end, I'll just mention it here. We get to see the numbers on Facebook, but we don't get to see the numbers from our other locations, including the group. And you can take that number and just about triple it for the night. So
Yeah.
I'll tell that to you. Those are good numbers. So a lot of people tuning in tonight, and we appreciate you asking for readings. We appreciate you playing along in the chat room there and all that fun stuff. Next couple of nights we'll be off. Sunday we do have an audio cast coming out. What do you got for us?
Oh, a great one on Sunday. It's going to be our interview, part of our interview with the Adirondack Park Paranormal Society.
Oh, yeah,
gang.
yeah.
Damon and Sue, who I absolutely adore. And it was an amazing interview with them and getting to know them. What a great conversation that was. So we'll have that for you this Sunday. It'll be episode, I can't believe I'm saying this, 2.8. Season 2, episode 8 already.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And also we want to talk about the fact that coming soon, we want to do some like group things.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible too.
I know.
But,
no.
How'd you like to do some group things with Todd and Sandy?
Ooh.
Oh, play Jimmy Stewart. Yeah, take that off there. No, yeah.
That's hot.
Let me spank that.
Now we're definitely not going to boost.
No, but what I'm thinking is we do like a group session with one of our teachers. I'm calling them teachers now because that's really what we're getting out of these people. And you can become a member of the group to join us for that. So it would be a limited number of people that we get together and do some stuff on the side. So
and I love that. I love that idea because a lot of the bigger, more well-known names have been doing that, especially in the past year. And I think it's really great because you can personally connect with the readers, the teachers. And so I can't wait to be doing some of these. It's going to be really fantastic. Really nice.
All right. Well, good thing. I'm going to let you go and say goodnight to everybody. Peace. Have a great week. I'm going to enjoy my vacation.
Yes.
Please do not call me. I will not answer.
Are you talking to me or everybody?
Well, I think just in general, like if I don't get back to you, it pretty much just means, don't.
You're going to miss me. You're going to talk to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, you will.
I might just run the other direction. At any rate, have a good night, everybody.
Good night,
See
guys.
ya. Bye.
We love you.